Hey everybody, it's Zach, aka Zach's Reviews, and I just want to talk about the Spider-Man PS4 game that's getting remastered for the PS5. And all I'm going to say is that I thought this year couldn't get any worse, but it's gotten worse. Really, they have a new face for the Peter Parker that we know from the PS4 version. Are you kidding me? Like, it was perfect. If something's not broke, why fix it? Yeah, you guys were making the PS4 game fit the next gen console. Like, you made the graphics better, you made the swinging more smooth, you made all that cool stuff. But why did you have to fix the face? I'm so sick of this. Like, I was so happy. The reason I loved Spider-Man PS4 is because of the way they had his face, and it felt like a different Spider-Man. It didn't feel like a Spider-Man we've seen before. Yeah, it felt separate. Tom Holland doing his thing in the Spider-Man movies, and we just have a different face as Spider-Man for the game. I loved it. It felt fresh. It felt like we had an older Spider-Man that was actually told the right way. And because even all the other Spider-Man movies we've had where Spider-Man's older, it wasn't the right way. But this felt like it was the right way of the way they had in Spider-Man PS4 of an older Spider-Man. And I'm annoyed because this Spider-Man, of course, has to look like Tom Holland. This guy's face for the remastered version of the PS4 game looks like Tom Holland's face. People are like, no, it doesn't. Yes, it does. Are you kidding me? They totally wanted to do that. Because, I think her name is Amy Pascal, is in charge of anything Spider-Man. So she pretty much, I bet you 100% told them, oh yeah, I want this guy for the remastered version and the next Spider-Man game, because there's going to be a Spider-Man 2 after this Miles Morales game. I mean, she's like, oh, I want this guy to look like, Tom Holland. Bullshit. I hate that about that. Why? I love Tom Holland as Spider-Man. The one thing I don't like about his Spider-Man is he complains about being a kid nonstop. I hate that shit. That's why I love Spider-Man PS4 so much, is because he's not a kid, he's after college, he's dealing with bills, and I love that shit. That is Spider-Man. And I love his Spider-Man, Tom Holland Spider-Man, like a kid version, but I don't like how it made sense in, Civil War and Homecoming that he wanted to be a kid, or at Civil War and all that, it made no sense actually, as that it was in a kid setting, but then Civil War and Homecoming, he's like, oh, Tony thinks of me as a kid, I don't want to be a kid, fights Vulture, I want to be a kid. Then he's like, oh, I didn't mean to go up in space in Infinity War. Yes, you did. You hung on, dude. You meant to go in space. And then after that, after he gets dusted, pretty much people sacrifice their lives to bring you back, dude. And then you end up complaining again, saying you want to go on a vacation and be a kid. Dude, you were on vacation. You were blipped, man. You were in the Soul Stone, chilling, eating, you're probably sipping margaritas. That was your vacation. It's go time, dude. People sacrifice their life to bring you back. And the fact that it is just, that's the reason why I hate that. I love his Spider-Man, but I hate it at the same time. I'm going to give this next Spider-Man movie, which I think is Spider-Man 3, I'm going to give him one chance. I swear to God, in the next Spider-Man movie, he says, I'm going to be a kid one more time. That's it. Okay, that's it. I mean, I'm not going to blame it on Tom Holland. It's the writing that they're giving him that's straight garbage. I'm just saying it. But honestly, though, I'm just really annoyed that they changed this guy's face. It was a perfect voice actor for the Spider-Man PS4. It was a perfect for the guy that plays Peter Parker. And it was a perfect face that they had. It's not the guy that plays the voice in Spider-Man PS4 of Peter, it's not his face. It's somebody else's face. It was an actor. They hired him because, I guess he looked like Peter Parker. And the guy that plays Spider-Man's voice is too old to play, to have the face of Spider-Man. It was perfect. Why does it have to look like Tom Holland? Now it's just going to confuse us. We have someone that, looks different and has a different take on Spider-Man that we love. And Miles Morales, oh cool, different guy playing Miles Morales looks sick too. And they have him from the Miles Morales game, the same actor and the same voice. But then they change the Peter for the remastered version, the Peter's face, but keep the voice. Why would you do that? And now for the next game that we're going to have, the Spider-Man 2 game that is going to come out, I think, next year, it's going to look stupid. It's going to be like, okay, we got so used to somebody's face, and yet we're not going to have that in the next Spider-Man game. I'm just pissed off. This year has totally sucked. With COVID and all the deaths, which is fucking terrible, and people not doing anything to really fix the problem, on top of me having all my shows and movies pretty much all scattered all over the place, all over different periods of dates and of shit, and like going out from like 2021 and on. And, you know, like shows in my Marvel movies and my Marvel shows, on top of me not being able to get the PS5 because people are jerks and shit, pushing people out of lines, and it's not even, it's like 10 times worse than Black Friday. Black Friday wasn't even as worse as what I came and saw and went through when I went to try to get the PS5. This year has been straight shit, and this just topped it all off. Really, you ruined my hopes for the next Spider-Man game because you guys did this in the remastered version. I was so looking forward to the remastered version and redoing this again. So pretty much I have to hold on and pretty much hold on to the PS4 version. That's all I have now. And the Miles Morales game that's coming out. I can't look forward to the next Spider-Man game because they have this dude's face. It makes... I don't want him. I don't want another person that looks like Tom Holland. I liked it different. I liked how it was separate. Was everything going to be like... Since Tom Holland's Spider-Man now, was everything cartoon, game-related going to look like him now because of Amy Pascal? Which I'm pretty sure it was her fault because she's in charge of everything that is in charge of Spider-Man. I'm just sick of this shit. But that's my take on it. I want to hear what you guys have to say on the matter. I'm just not having it, man. And yeah, just write down in the comments, tell me what you think, and let me know if you agree with me. And yeah, I'll see you later.